If I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. Thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. If I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf. If I were the prince of darkness.
What about that Prince of Darkness? Good to see you all today, Endtime Watchman, ETW News Network. Fired up a little bit here today. And tell you, so thankful to be with you all, so thankful to have the opportunity to come here for just a few minutes and share some news with you today. Got to tell you, what I'm going to share with you is not at all pretty, but it is truth. Hey. You know, let me before I go where I'm going today with this on the Blaze, this news article. Before I go there, let me lay a foundation of it, if I may. It's so good to see you all and be with you all today. Let me lay a short, quick, but concrete foundation. You know, there are many reasons, many reasons why I pack heat. There are many reasons why I exercise the given rights the Creator has given me. There are many reasons that I tote a pistol. There are many reasons that I have a shotgun near and dear to me all the time. There are many reasons. One of which I wish to share with you today. Okay? Now, here I am to tell you the truth of what's going on with this news story. Yes, I'm here to tell you the truth about it. And this is going to make your blood boil if you know the truth. But anyway, the day that I give up toting my pistol, the day that I give up having the weapons that I need to protect my family and friends, whosoever may be with me, who knows? It may be Gerald Cole one of these days, maybe C.S. Rivers, maybe Missouri Mark, could be Bob, could be Wires, that are able to visit or right here with me. And then evil wants to present and bring forth its wicked head. Who knows? But there has to be a way to put a stop to physical evil. Whatever it may be dressed in, it doesn't matter to me what it's dressed in, it has to be stopped. You know? Would I let a bear or a mountain lion attack you while I stood there and watched? No. I know I would put the mountain lion or the bear in its place. So it is with evil human beings. When they step out of the bounds of morality and humanity, then they ought to be put in their place. They're no different than an animal. So let me go on with the article from the Blaze. Here's the title of it, and we're all adults here, and I'm repeating what I have to say. Okay, and don't think for 1 minute I'm going to burn in the bottomless pit for saying hell or things of that nature. It ain't going to happen. It ain't biblical. Okay. But anyway, the title of this story today from the Blaze is "Smashing His Face to Hell." Horrific new video emerges of the police beating that led to a homeless man's death. And this story has been posted on May the 9th by Billy Howell. And I give full faith and credit to him for posting it. Now here I am going to read real quick, probably run out of time, and then break down some of it for you. I wanted to play the video of it, but I challenge you to go and watch the video of it. Yeah, you talk about being upset. You're going to be mad. See, one thing about it, The closed-circuit camera and the cell phone really don't lie, especially when it's done in automatic view or done by a witness. Anyway, there's a guy that used to be alive and breathing. His name was Kelly Thomas, 37-year-old homeless guy. He did, yes, according to the report, suffered from schizophrenia. Now, I understand that that's at the beginning of the first sentence, but at the same time, listen to me clearly. It was not schizophrenia that got him beat to hell, okay? But it was the unrestraint. Number one of the officers was big around as he was tall. He was standing there. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's okay. He was standing there swinging his baton, talking to the homeless guy, just swinging it, as if, you know what, hey, I'm your God. You need to bow to me. He just sitting there, just standing there swinging the baton, y'all. You got to watch the video. Don't take my advice of what I'm saying. Go back and search it out. Then look at me again and re-listen to this broadcast. You'll see I'm dead on the money. I am spot on. I am not off in left field. He's standing there just spinning that son of a gun like, yeah, I'm the big boy. Look at me. I got my badge. I got my buddy behind me backing me up. And he's swinging that baton as if, yeah, I dare you to do something. Yet the guy does nothing. We'll find out here in a little bit. But anyway, this was, it's been a debate in Fullerton, California. It was actually last summer that it was first reported on about Thomas's death, following an intense beating from local police officers. No, I would change that up. If I was you, Billy Howell, I would change it up. I would not say following an intense beating. What I would say was a sadistic, evil murder by a bunch of animalistic idiots. Notice I'm not talking about black folks today. Notice, see, I don't cull them. I done told y'all. I'm talking about white folks and Hispanics here beating a guy to death for no reason. Beating a guy to death for no reasons. You see, the thing about it is that Thomas was beaten by local police officers, subsequently placed on life support following the incident, later passed away. Now his family and many in the community are seeking justice. Okay, so wait a minute. This was a simple resisting arrest, and they just had to beat him? No. As I'll go on and I'll explain to you, this was no ordinary restraint that took place. I must be telling you that this guy was brutally beaten to death. Oh, and by the way, I will say this candidly, okay? I'm a man of peace. I avoid conflict in every way, shape, form, and fashion that I can avoid. But I've got to explain to you, if you'll go look at the video and see the guy he looked like a Latino. I don't have anything against Mexicans. But he looked like a Latino origin, and he's standing there spinning that baton, then he goes to beating the guy, and the other guys join in and go to beating him. And let me go ahead and preface this right now and say this to you. I would probably be one of the happiest men alive if I could get in a cage with this guy, and all he had was a baton, and I had a baton. After seeing what he did to this guy, I would love to be put in a cage with the guy. And let's see who came out on top, and let's see the eye for the eye and the tooth for the tooth. But I got to move on. I can't stay on this. I can't stay on it. I got to move on. But I would love to be in a cage with him with his baton, me with mine. None of his jackbooted thug buddies with the little plastic badges as if they're God. No, just me and him, one-on-one. Hey, one-on-one. I guarantee you who'd walk out of there alive. I have no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt in my mind that I would walk out alive. And I don't have no doubt in my mind they'd call the coroner on him for what he did to that guy. See, I believe that justice in and of itself is no longer, it don't fit the crime anymore. It don't fit the crime anymore. See, I don't believe in spending all this money on all these trials and everything else when the camera don't lie. I believe that the family ought to have the opportunity to take his own baton and beat him to death with it. He deserves it. His punishment should be death, according to the word of the Creator. But I got to move on because I'm going to run out of time here. The authorities responsible, listen to this, the authorities responsible for Thomas's harsh treatment are facing trial. The authorities, okay? In other words, notice how the column, and I'm not beating up on Billy Howell for the way he wrote it, I'm just dissecting it. The authorities. These people are not authorities. These people are not in leadership. These people are nothing but common thugs that have no restraint. Let me tell you something, what it's supposed to mean. It's supposed to mean peace officer. No, it's not supposed to be a Hitler mentality, but yet it is today. So Wires is saying, I'm looking at the chat room, Wires says he's been following the trial. Oh, good deal. Absolutely. But it says that they're facing for murder and manslaughter if they continue to defend the actions they took. Now listen to this. They're going to defend the actions they took. Let me go ahead and read. However, shocking new video evidence that showcases the horrific details of the encounter, frame by frame, could very much hamper their defense. Hold on a minute. I can't let you in. I'm doing the show. Go around the other way. You look at this guy. Now, go to the Blaze. I challenge you to go to the Blaze. Look at the left side picture of the guy. Look at the right side picture, a before and after shot of Kelly Thomas being beaten. I'm going to tell you something, people. I'm going to tell you right now. You've got to go to the Blaze. You've got to look at this picture of the before and after. He's unrecognizable, people. And I don't know which one. Let me read on. I'll get to that in a minute. Let me get to that in a minute. The officers purportedly first approached Thomas in the evening, and by the way, I watched the video, I know what they did, of July the 5th, 2011, after some reported that a burglar was breaking into cars that were parked at the local bus station. It's not been proven he broke into anything. Let me go ahead and say that. But when cops approached Thomas and attempted to arrest him, they said he resisted. But, as Gawker reported when the incident first occurred, Mark Turgeon, a witness to the police beating, claimed that Thomas wasn't resisting, and the video clearly shows he was not. But this video is just surfaced, okay? Notice. Listen to me. Thomas did not resist, but they kept beating him. They kept beating him, and they kept tasing him. The person said, I could hear zapping, and he wasn't even moving. Turgeon said, he had one arm in front of him like this. He wasn't resisting, and they kept telling him he's resisting. Quit resisting, but he wasn't resisting. You understand? Now, while initial clips of the incident only captured Kelly's horrified screams, a new release video showcases the entire incident from start to finish. From start to finish. Okay? And it seems, at least according to what can be viewed, that Turgeon's recap of the events are rooted in accuracy. Notice how they say that it's rooted in accuracy. Listen, friends, that video camera ain't lying to us. That video camera shows exactly what the jackbooted, animalistic, demon-possessed pieces of garbage did to the guy. And I don't care if he was homeless. I don't care if he was a lesbian or she was a lesbian or a homosexual. I don't care. If they were the richest man on the earth, they did not deserve, based on the video, they did not deserve what happened. And when I say they, not only him but his family. They did not deserve it. You see? But the thing you better understand and wake up and realize is that the mentality of most Americans is that most of these people that wear the badge are good guys. I'm coming by here to tell you something. No, they're not. Most of them are pieces of junk just like these. There are a few good ones, and I do pray for them that they will be protected in being a servant to keep the peace. I do pray for that. Let that be known right now. Let it be known that I pray for those that are putting their life on the line to bring about peace and to do what they're supposed to do by the Constitution. But the rest of them, let me run something by you. I don't have any respect, nor do I have any use for them. As a matter of fact, I was talking with the guy at the gas station right up the road this morning, and he was telling me, he said, you're really going to be upset by this, Billy, and talking about the cell phone, and if you're texting, they give you a ticket, you know, it's got all the cameras. I said, yeah, big brother. I said, yeah, that bothers me to a certain extent. I said, but you ought to go look at this from the Blaze about how these so-called law enforcement jackbooted thugs beat this homeless guy to death for no apparent reason. Oh, I got loud up in there. My wife was with me. People all up in the store. I don't care whether it's a store or Walmart. I don't care if I happen to go to a church garage sale to sell something. I get loud and I tell it like it is. Anybody don't like it can go piss up a rope and try to climb it. Sorry, I got to calm down here. I got to calm down. I'm aggravated with